We just went live. So, hey, what's going on with everybody? Just want to come on here today, and we're going to enjoy again. But today we're doing a very special topic: energies, the good, the bad, and the unknown. So, pretty much before we start this one, I want Kiowa and Cootie Mayo to introduce themselves if you haven't already seen them on. So, we'll start off with Cootie Mayo. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hey, peace everybody. Again, Cootie Mail. You guys know me. If you don't, just check out my YouTube channel, just right by the same name, Cootie Mail with a K, Urimeo, and it's just for the people, some information that maybe we haven't come across, before in school and stuff. Things they don't really tell us. So I just try to show that so you can correlate the information for yourself. And thanks for having me here, again.
Oh, no problem at all. And definitely want to introduce Kiowa. Go ahead.
Peace and bliss to everybody. It's Kiowa. That's how we pronounce it nowadays. So just want to say everybody stay happy, stay corona free, and let's get it.
All right, I'd definitely like to give a shout out to those in the chat. Wolf, Vixen, Redbird, Wanagi. We got Epic Sounds, Sweets, Willie Cameron, Shimhara TV, Shimhara Network TV. Okay, Destroying Lies, Macho Man, Rod Jeweler. Definitely thanks to everybody who's in the chat. Oh, Stephen Red Clay, peace and blessings. So before we start this,
Hey, you forgot Opie.
I want every. Oh, yeah. Opie, what's going on, man? Definitely. So before we start this, I want to tell everybody to take a deep breath in and just try and clear out all the negative energies that you have. And then just relax and exhale and buckle up because this might be a wild ride tonight. I'm letting you know that now. So, yes, today's topic is energies, the good, the bad, and pretty much the indifferent. With everything going on right now, this is probably a topic because many people think we're battling with the things around us and we're battling in the physical realm. But ultimately, in my belief, there's something much more going on in the spiritual realm and the realm of energies. There's a lot going on out there. So we don't necessarily just deal in the flesh and blood. We battle with spirits and principalities. So this will be a interesting subject. But to go ahead and get it started, we'll look at what's going on right now. The positivity and the negativity, the things that are currently being broadcast to us, not only in our actual real lives, but in social media land and everywhere else that they go. People are actually so terrified they're relinquishing social media accounts due to the fact of the negative energy being put on blast and just the sheer fear mongering. So, Kyle, Kunimel, would you like to add?
You mean fear mongering, like what you see on the news? That little vibrational energy that they put out on there to try and bring your energies down and make you scared and want to go hide in the corner. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the boogeyman that they unleash through computers and TV. Can't forget that.
I can't hear nobody now.
Yeah, Cootie Mail, you have anything to add, my friend? No, he might be busy for the moment. But yeah, the big bad boogeyman right now. They send one out every so often, and it just feels a lot of negative energy gets going. A lot of negative energy is pushed. A lot of negative energy is held. I mean, people are currently in a state of fear. And in that state of fear, so much negative energy is being produced and it's also pushing out. And the vibration is being felt in our homes, our jobs, just different places we go. It seems like there's a negative ripple or just a negative shadow that's being cast on pretty much everyone who's in fear. So we have to be able to talk about it and also try and turn the negative into the positive and just keep things interesting. All right, Kyle, are you back with us?
Yes, sir. There we go. I can
Okay.
hear it. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the realm of the negative energies, um, we might dig in that just a little bit, but also I definitely want to focus. I want tonight's focus to be on positive energies. Now, hopefully we can get on a couple topics, and I would definitely like you guys to comment and let me know how you feel. And those in the chat, please feel free. Definitely shout out to Copper Queen. Thank you. Reginald Green, thank you for stepping in. I mean, everyone in the chat. So if there's Patrick Penson, thank you for joining. Straight up right, Pat the Gadite. Many blessings, my brother. Thank you for joining. Let me go. And Just Lynn, definitely thank you and many blessings for joining. So yeah, being able to really sit down and speak on this subject that a lot of people may not want to. So let's get it. Now, first, I want to talk about how energies are spread, both positive and negative. This should be, it's in our everyday life. Social media, TV, movies, music. Can't forget by touch of hand, you know, physical contact, spiritual, emotional. Things can be transmitted not just through face to face, but through computers, through TV screens, through colors. Many different things can actually put out these energies, and these energies will overwhelm an individual. They can be sent out, and even dealing with energies, we'll get on the energy vampires later. But as far as dealing with the energies, that's when things get a little complicated. Would you guys like to add anything?
No, I'm okay.
Hey, you was talking about positive energy. You made me think of. Did you see that video? Them brothers did it. Coronavirus.
Yes. Yeah, they were clowning. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, that was some good energies. People taking advantage of the bad situation and turning it into a good one. Providing many laughs for those. So if anybody gets a chance to see that, check it out.
Yeah, I'll probably have you throw that one in the back chat because that one, they clowning on that one. But yeah, Shimhara Network, mad cow disease, swine flu, bird flu, Ebola, now this. Okay. To me, in my opinion, this is karmatic implication of exploitation and cruelty to non-human animals and humans alike. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest with you, I can agree on certain levels on that one because that's how the world's been. Is pretty much it's exploitation. We've left our natural state, and while leaving our natural state, we've left our natural energies. Um, Entering different fields, quantum fields. Then we talk about, you know, Shimhara is mentioning it, the quantum computers, CERN. But let's not. I'm not going to drag it just there just yet. But yeah, as far as the spread of energies, let's look at the way energies are spread. Let's get into what's currently going on in social media land. I'm not really on there, but I hear a lot about it. Different family members. Oh, shout out G West, particular joy, Opal Moon, many blessings, and thank you for coming. Uh, but yeah, ultimately, I get to hear from it, and I see the reactions people have from just looking at social media. And right now, in this time, it seems like there's a lot of fear, a lot of anger, just in the social media world. In the real world, things are acting a little different. Now, I don't know, Kyle, Cootie Mail, if you guys look into social media, but what's going on out there with this whole coronavirus thing and what people are talking about, if you guys keep up with that stuff?
Well, in my case, I only have like really like the YouTube channel and the Instagram and well, I'm pretty much on Instagram. Anybody I follow is pretty pretty awake, I would say, and so I'm actually learning from them a lot of the stuff here, regarding this coronavirus, and yeah, it's I mean, it just seems like a lot of propaganda for something else, really, you know, to me, honestly. So that's what I see in general on my social media. I don't know about Kyo.
Now, I really don't pay attention to social media. I usually just find something to read, but so I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah, so you know, sorry, us three on the panel aren't really, too good with that part.
Yeah,
But I know it's a lot of negative energy. I've been out to the stores, I've been everywhere else, man, and there's there's two types of people right now. And there are people who are negative and positive, regardless of how it's seen. But that's kind of how it's being dealt out. You have people out there who are focusing on negativity, and then in all actuality, I've seen a lot of positivity coming out of this. A lot of elbow daps too. Nobody's shaking hands or touching hands anymore. But
yeah,
it is what it is. But ultimately, the energy is being spread through our voices. We have energies in our voice, and being able to converse with each other, have a good conversation, speaking to each other, speaking with a higher vibration rather than a lower vibration, and a good energy rather than a bad energy. Being able to spread that to the people around you and um, who you are. And then we have people who who are currently getting on. And I've watched some of the preppers and some of the conspiracy theorists, man, and they're sending people into a panic just off of the energy they're putting out by their voices. Have to be able to relax and breathe, enjoy. So, yeah, we're Chief Red Line. And that's good. You know, being able to get out there and not live in fear and not live in anger, and not live in stress. Um, yeah, I don't know as far as the whole cure thing. I don't even know what this thing is realistically. I'm not going to downplay it. I'm not going to overplay it, but it is what it is. Ultimately, it's a time to spread good energy. It's a time to sit at home with your family. It's a time to enjoy the time you have with your family, enjoy the blessings you have. Call people. Actually get out and call people and see how they're doing. Get off Facebook. Get off social media. Stop using social media sites in order to check on people or announce how you're doing. Call some damn body. Like, I'm not even being funny no more. Hearing the voice of a person is so comforting, but texts and stuff, they don't relay emotions, man. It's pretty cold. So get off your social media, call someone, let them know you love them, let them know how you feel, talk and converse, because just the voice of an individual can calm you down. Spread that positive energy and be that positive energy. Don't just throw up a meme and call it a day and think you're doing your part, because all of us this is not just a physical war, it's a spiritual war. And is there anything y'all would like to add?
Yeah, I seen was it sweet I can't really pronounce that. KG. Yeah. Anyone wearing masks and gloves when they go out. I don't. Because the way I look at it, this thing is actually out of sight, out of mind with me. Because if I sit here and think about it, then all of a sudden I'm feeling sad and blue. I ain't got time for that. Seen plenty of people doing it though. But the majority of people I see they don't have masks and gloves on. See one guy walked to the store the other day though with his finger up under his nose like he's gonna do something.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, somebody sneezed, people were dropping. The fear level something fierce.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he's my fault. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, brother. Go.
Oh, he's over there joking around at the job and stuff, right? And so we posed the question, like, how many people are gonna name their baby Corona in the next couple of years? And we thought
After
about it
this,
like now,
nobody.
and now think about this. Somebody caught the coronavirus. and somebody got Lyme's disease come together and have twins. So they have Corona and Lyme.
What is wrong with you? That's just as bad as tickling a random person and hugging a squirrel, man. Come on, Doug.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we've been dealing with lately, man. I think I've been laughing more than anything just because I can't afford to be depressed. I see people walking around in gloves and a mask, which I understand for certain people, but don't incite panic with everybody else. It's all good to rock your gloves and your mask. You know, hey, back in the day, as much as I hate to say it, in the days of crisscross, I even rocked a backwards shirt. But I don't think the gloves and mask thing is going to catch on too well. Like the style is, I don't know. So to each their own. But ultimately, yeah, it's people don't realize this is very, very different. And not only is it being transferred through, you know, and I'm not talking about the virus, I'm talking about negative energy. Negative energy weakens the body. Negative energy beats the body up. It makes cortisol levels rise. It you know, I had a friend who was talking about certain things people do when they get stressed, and therefore those things can bring down your immune system. Fear, ultimately, it's, you know, you don't want to let this thing beat you up. You got to stay in high spirits and laugh. You got to joke, got to enjoy, spread positive energy, be that positive person who's out there. And as you are positive, yeah, actually, and yeah, like Opie said, wash your hands. It's really not that much to take soap and wash your hands. But, you know,
Something we should have been doing, right? Something my grandparents taught us. Yeah, our parents taught us.
oh my goodness, my grandmother would have smacked me upside the head if I didn't wash my hands when I came in. These people out their minds.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like I just seen somebody drop a comment in there talking about their every time somebody sneezes at work, all the coworkers are spraying Lysol. Like, are you serious? You're gonna do more damage to yourself spraying all that Lysol on
Yeah.
it.
Lysol wars. Yeah.
Everybody out there banging with Lysol. I'm lavender scent, homie. You better recognize.
Got the orange passion.
I disinfect and relax. It's all good, homie. It's all good. Like people were in such a state of terror. Nobody knows how to laugh anymore. Like I was out today, and it was funny because there were a couple people in the store, and they would go up and talk to each other, and they would leave and throw an air five, and they'd be like 20 feet away, and all you could do was laugh and smile. They're just trying to make, you know, good out of a bad situation, or yeah, actually, yeah, G West, yeah, definitely. Oh, remember just to keep up with your hygiene, man. Definitely, because everybody's buying soap, but I'm noticing people aren't buying toothpaste. So the problem is yeah, a lot of people they're able to wash their body and wash everything else, but they're not brushing their teeth. So please keep up on your hygiene. It's very important, and especially during a quarantine. Um, if you're getting quarantined, if you're not, I don't know. Like I said, it is what it is. All I know is I'm enjoying every day I got with my family. I'm enjoying every day I got with my friends, and hopefully I get to enjoy a couple lives with y'all, everybody in the chat, and you know, have fun. Y'all got something to add?
Yeah, I think you touched upon something important, you know. I mean, take advantage of the time, you know. You got all those little things you said you never had time for because you got to work, because you got to do that, because try it out, you know. Start out that garden, you know, whatever, you know, do that little bit of exercise you wanted to do. Spend some more time with your kids like you wanted to. Start your little business or start planning your thing, whatever you were doing, you know, whatever you said you never had time for.
Exactly. Look at this as like a gift. Because most everybody's gonna be not working, except for those essential people out there. But and supposedly you're about to get paid to sit at home, and it ain't even called. It ain't because you ain't got a job. because you just get to sit home.
I mean, we know a lot of people probably still working, hustling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, this is the perfect time to just sit outside, do something outside. Ain't
Oh
no
yeah,
point.
man. I sat down, relaxed. It was raining out here a little bit, but I still went outside and just walked out barefooted, relaxed, grounded myself for a little bit, and just enjoyed. All these days aren't going to be gloomy and rainy, and you know, get out, enjoy the sun. I'm not saying like travel in places where there's groups of 150 people. No, that probably wouldn't be the smartest idea, just because they're telling you not to. And also for me, I'm going to touch on this just because I want to. I think people were just really watching how people react to certain things. I was under we're not going to dig too far into this because all of a sudden this will end
Yeah.
up disappearing and stuff. But I believe it's a social experiment to see how many people
Yeah.
will lock themselves down.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. It's a test. This is
Yeah.
only a test.
Yeah. So I'm not out there on the front lines. I'm not out there, with the doctors and the nurses, people doing that good stuff. Completely understood. But I'll definitely spread positive energy and a lot of prayer. If people get the time, meditate and pray. That's one thing that I've been waiting for spiritual leaders to say this on the news or anywhere, like just come out, these mega churches. I haven't heard it yet. Like nobody's talking about prayer, fasting, meditation, relaxing, breathing deep. Right now, they're just panicking people for no apparent reason. And it is what it is. We can't control what's happening, but ultimately we can control ourselves, our energy, and what we put out. And nobody's going to control that from, not mine at least.
Yeah. So, some guy was saying, I mean, people would argue that, say there is an apparent reason, especially if they watch mainstream news. But, you got to see between the lines, especially with mainstream news. You got to understand a lot of the stuff they're doing, a lot of the times it's just a bunch of actors, really, and they push a certain narrative. And we don't you think we should see more like personal videos on YouTube of people with the thing and self-quarantining and talking about it and showing symptoms, and instead of this the news showing that one bald guy acting on CNN, uh, you know, but you know,
Yeah, you can really never tell, man. You can never tell what's going on. Like I said, I don't want to downplay it and be wrong because all of a sudden I like coming back live. I just want to apologize to everyone. I was completely wrong. I'm a little stubborn, so but ultimately it is what it is.
well, we're talking about energy. So what is this ease? What does it mean to be this ease, right?
Oh yeah, you're out of balance. Your whole
Mm-hmm.
body's out of whack.
Uh-huh.
I mean, my bad. I'm sorry. Willie Cameron died. Willie Cameron got me there. Yes, I've seen churches telling people to send to mail in their tithes or get on their website.
Yo,
It's bad.
that's too funny for real.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad right now.
Yo,
Look,
wow.
I'm gonna send you what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is you can't come into church, but I'm gonna send you a blessing cloth for the cost of
Listen, Dylan,
$125.59.
it's
Yeah,
like Miss Johnson. Have you ever heard of PayPal?
yeah.
Miss Johnson, do you have a smart device? There's a thing called Cash App.
Yeah. They're hitting people hard right now. Like literally, Pastor, what's your cash app?
Pastor, Pastor Pimp Daddy at
It's bad. It's bad. Pastor needs a new Lexus dollar sign. Yeah, straight up path to Gadite, Psalms 91, 9 and 10. Make the most high your refuge, and no plague will come near. However, he said, Ecclesiastes 7:17, don't be foolish. Why die before your time? Great knowledge, man. I know I'm laughing, but that's go figure. See, yeah, G West got it. She said, Now actually it's terrifying because like it puts a whole new meaning to God bless you when people sneeze. And I know I shouldn't be laughing or joking about that, but you
True.
know, yeah, we got to ease ourselves, man. Let go of that stress. It's bad. It's real bad. Yeshua Hebrews, I can agree with you, but right now I can't jump into the conspiracy theories, but I will be doing that tomorrow only because, to be honest with you, I am one of the people of many people who have suffered job loss during this whole thing. And all I'm saying is enjoy it. Man, I've caught up on a lot. Um, being a survivalist and a prepper, I overstocked macaroni. So therefore, going to sit down and do macaroni art with my daughter, and then later possibly scrape and use it for survival. But yeah, it's stocks are bad. I mean, yeah. I've done some studies on colloidal silver, but I found out that each, and not knocking it because the stuff does work, but I found out that each person you have to be very careful. Um, I'm personally not a doctor, but when it comes to natural stuff, it's good, but also test some of the stuff because like some people don't want to get into it and find out they have an allergy to it, especially not right now. Yeah, it'll be all bad.
Yeah, I've taken it. Actually, it's helped me with some, some infections in my throat before or whatever. But like Anu said, I don't know if it was just my self healing too. What is this ease again?
Well, it's in the word, like you were just saying, not at ease. Look at the
Yeah,
earth.
exactly.
Look at the energies. Look at everything going on. People aren't at ease, and there's a lot going on. Um, just the stores, GMOs, toxins in the food, manipulation, 5G, all that good stuff. We're not at ease anymore. The
No.
only time we're really at ease is when, and actually, when's the last time I've really actually seen people as a whole be at ease? I really can't answer that one. Can you?
As a whole, be at ease. You talking about like within self or in the populace?
No, just in general. When's the last time, even asking the chat, when's the last time you've seen groups of people at
Well,
ease?
I only see like when there's championships and shit, like in
Hmm?
the whole city wins or that moment when everybody's drunk and stuff. No, so I don't know, get some birthday parties, but
It's basically a whole nother division of frequency and energy right there.
yeah,
The more you keep people away from each other, the more they become secluded.
exactly.
And then all those connections start to die off.
Yep.
Well, it's in the food, it's in the water, it's in everything. All the GMOs, the extra added stuff, all that good stuff, man. Right now, all that stuff just kills your frequency. I mean, just literally look at what's going on. Food's being controlled, energies are bad, magnification of dark energies. And to be honest with you, my personal opinion, I believe energies are being harnessed. I mean, all this negativity right now, I believe is being harnessed. And people have to, people got to get back together, enjoy, breathe easy, because something's going on. Back in the day, like people were talking about different spells, different energies, different things that can even be put out on the internet because all this stuff is waves. All of it's a form of energy, whether it's through the computer, whether it's through hands, whether it's through verbal, vocal, whatever else you want to use, whether it's through the music, the drums, whole 9 yards. It's crazy. It really is. And there's too much negativity hitting us on a day-to-day basis, man. Like matter of fact, when's the last time anybody in the chat or in, up here has heard just good news? Just straight up good news, not intertwined in a bunch of bad news, but just good news.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What's the news all about? Always.
Negative energies weakening spirit. News.
Doug, you ain't joking. I'm telling you.
Oh shoot. What do you think is? I mean, we've been speaking about a little bit of solutions and all that, finding things to laugh and all that. So to be able to bring more joy into life. Any other suggestions on that? Other ways?
Um, just bringing joy, man. Like I'm big on sage. To each their own. Like I said, I'm big on sage in my house. I do it every season. I do it whenever we get negative vibes. Like literally, I think I keep sage stores in business because I normally sage a lot, bring down the negative energy. It helps clear the air. And personally, some people can say it's the placebo. But saging makes me feel great. I mean, I like it.
Nice. What about you, Cody Mel? Yeah, there you go.
Shout out to Mr. Dark Fly, brother. What's going on, man? Yeah, I haven't seen much good news lately. Um, it's just been off the chain lately, man. Everything you see, everything you look around, it's pretty pretty depressing to be honest with you. But you can't let things get to you. You also now right now, and when I say the word possession, please be very careful because I'm using possession as something being held or held on to. Um, right now, a lot of people are being possessed, and not necessarily in a demonic sense or anything like that, but by the spirit of negativity and negative spirits. People are getting jumped on and beat up, not in the physical realm, but with all the negativity. People have called, people have asked questions. I've had a couple people, you know, call me, ask certain questions, and I really don't know how to answer. I don't try and put myself in a negative vibe or a negative realm, and I'm not going to live in fear. That's not my thing. Um, I guess a life lived in fear is a life that isn't lived to me. So I'm not going to intentionally live in fear. I'm not going to let anybody else put me in fear, and I'm not just going to let fear conquer me. You know, like I said, false evidence appearing real. Can't have it done. What are y'all's thoughts?
Find your inner Green Lantern.
I did. It was in a box of Cheerios back in 1989.
Nice.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
There you go.
Now we can. Yep, you're
All
good.
right. Yeah, no, I was I guess, you can't live by I mean, whatever your the state of mind you have is what you're gonna attract to yourself. You're living in fear, that's what you're gonna see. Like whatever you're thinking is what you're gonna be attracting to yourself. So I mean, try to like be optimistic and see a good we're co-creators, so like, try to see a positive in the future and this change and this, this might be it. We've been like a lot of us like, yo, we need to change, we need to change. And then we might be getting the change, you don't know. So, don't look at it in a bad way. That's what I'm saying. It could be, for the good. Could be an awakening for some people. It can mean different things to everybody, to different people. We all comes from different teachings and experiences and thoughts. So we all, putting this in our, some people, to some people, it's the end of the world. They, that's it. They're ready, man. To others, is just, going back to nature. But it's up to you. Just try to make the best out of it. And either way, you need to be at peace. You need to be stress free in order to be making right decisions and be able to be ready for whatever. So try not to stress, try not to be fear. No, don't attract that to yourself.
Oh yeah, that's the truth, man. It's time to make a change. It's definitely time to make a change. It's time to change for ourselves, change for our children, change for the world, change for water, change for everything. You know, right now is that time. And even though it is scary for a lot of people, right now is the best time to fight. And I don't mean in the physical. You know, you have to fight in the mental and the emotional. You have to fight all those bad feelings, fight fear, fight, those demons in the air. Um, and once again, when I say demons, I'm not talking necessarily from a biblical sense. I'm talking about just the bad energies that are around us every day. Get away from them. A lot of these things are consumed by choice. They say you are what you eat. And it's not just what you physically eat, not what you put in your mouth, not what you eat, not what you drink, none of the things like that. It's what you consume. So when you're consuming these negative energies through social media, music, it becomes a part of you. If you're not able to separate the good from the bad, if you're not able to break those apart, and if you yourself don't understand what's being done, then ultimately, how can you fight an enemy you can't see, you don't know, and the only thing you do is feel it? And for a lot of people, these energies come in the form of anxiety, stress. It was once told to me by a shaman that when you get so mad that you black out or you start to shake is because when you're shaking in anger, you're fighting possession. And when you black out is when you've completely lost it and you've become possessed by anger.
Mm.
And man, that's true. When you shake, it seems like you're fighting something internally.
Yeah.
And then when you let go and when people get to that blackout stage, that's why alcohol is called spirits. Sometimes people will drink, they act a fool. There's something in it that makes people act the way they act.
Yeah.
But we're not necessarily going to get on that. But just the spirits and the things that we consume in our everyday life, your food, your water, your culture, your music, your movies, your TV, these are all things that are taken in the body. And then you expel, spew, or regurgitate the negativity that you've heard from social media, that you've heard from. Actually, I did not get that email, G West. I'll check it just in a second. It's been crazy out here. But all this stuff opens you up for things to take possession of you. It, you guys got something to say on that one because I'll go nuts. But y'all, please chime in.
Yeah. Well, there's an actual history behind the whole word spirit and why it was the liquor was called spirits. This is something you can actually research, and there's a correlation there. And we see it in a physical sense, we're drunk, but what does that mean in a spiritual sense? And why do we act a fool when we're drunk and stuff? And we're more. It's like our subconscious comes alive. Like we don't think about things, and we're just on subconscious. Like we don't care. We just anything you were holding back, you boom, you say it. Anything you wanted to do, you do it. You know. And so what is that? So I think it's a strong correlation, and being possessed. I think a lot of us don't see things like that, but anybody can be possessed, even a really good righteous person if they allow it. If I think you open yourself, like what we're saying. If you see a lot of those scary movies and stuff, they always trying to say that the ghosts try to like scare them first, kind of. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like what is the news doing to you right now?
Whew.
So it's just like when you're vibing low, it's when you're easier to control. You're more, oh, you gotta do this. Yes, I will. Yes, you're right. I don't want to die. Like so. You know, they know the games they play, and so that's very important. Don't allow yourself. Maintain your spirit. Stay strong. Have a strong spirit. That's what it means when people tell you have a strong spirit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, having a strong spirit is very important in these times, man. Not just putting up walls, because a lot of people believe that blocking off your emotions is putting up a wall. You have to understand that walls are meant for two things. Walls are not just meant for keeping things out, but they're also meant for keeping things in. So if you're not able to get everything out, then you just bog up and eventually you break. And when you break, it's not good. I've seen people break, and it's not a beautiful sight. I mean, when the mind breaks, the spirit breaks. I've seen people try different things as far as spirituality, and ultimately, I've seen people go into. I don't knock what people do, but you got to understand, when you open yourself up, when you open the door, you allow things in. And it was once told to me, which a lot of people may disagree with. Um, when you leave your body, as far as speaking in certain texts, well, forget, I'll just talk about it. Astral projection. It was told to me by a shaman. He said, don't leave your body, because when you leave your body and you go travel these wonderful places, you're being shown beauty because something wants to keep you away. And ultimately, it's trying to tap in and to get into your body. So that's why these beautiful guides take you on such long trips and show you the beauties of the world. It's because something else, a spirit of the air, we're supposed to, is trying to capture you and your physical being. They don't have a body. So getting into that note, I touched on that. We'll probably leave that one alone. But yeah, just don't be weak spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, but understand weakness doesn't mean, crying. Weakness doesn't mean showing pain. These are things we've been taught. In all actuality, everyone does it. Everyone has pain. Everyone has fear. Everyone has these things, as being able to fight through and come out with a smile and show the rest of the world that you're stronger than whatever you're fighting. So y'all chime in and go ahead. And don't forget grounding. I talk about grounding almost every time, just because grounding those energies out, getting them out. Yeah, Epic Souls, start studying plants, herbs. I mean, there's a lot of things that are good for anxiety, because everything that man created, the creator made something for. The creator definitely made, it's in the herbs, it's in everything that you have. Everything in nature. My bad. There's a belief that every medicine is made in nature. Every cure is already in nature. Doctors and everything else just try to figure out how it's made, but ultimately they don't know. I mean, once you become unnatural, people rely on unnatural cures. But once we go back to eating, take this as a restart. Enjoy, breathe easy. I'm telling you, I can't say that enough. Breathe easy. They're talking about, since they did the shutdown overseas, they said the air is clear in 3 weeks than they've seen it in a really long time. The air quality is better. They said a smog has lifted because a lot of these manufacturers have shut down, and they're not constantly pumping toxic, they're not constantly pumping something toxic into the air. And people are amazed at how they feel. This is a time to get together and don't focus on the negative. Get out there, focus on the positive, push positivity, let go of the emotional baggage, and understand, if we're stuck in our houses, enjoy every second you got. Because in reality, the thing is when work returns, job returns, and everything else goes on, these will be the times you wish you had. The time to sit with your children, the time to sit with your family, the time to sit down and chill and play a video game. Don't squander this time. Don't, because you're going to look back at it. And if fear controlled you during this time, and fear broke you during this time, and fear made you stay away from your family and friends and not enjoy the precious moments that you're giving minute by minute, second by second, hour by hour, it's your fault. That ain't got nothing to do with me, because I'd be damned if I live in fear. I'm going to enjoy and I'm going to smile regardless of what happens. And I want everybody else to do the same thing. I'm very passionate about that, because don't ever let fear run your life, because once it's in the driver's seat and you're in the passenger seat, it'll run you into a brick wall. It'll take you on a hell of a ride. It'll do things you never even thought. So don't let fear drive. Don't let fear take the wheel. Put it in the hands of the creator. He's always going to get you to the destination you want to be at. But once you start denying the creator, and once you sit there and you're like, all right, cool, I'm going to let fear take the wheel. Well, if you want to ride a roller coaster, go for it. But, if you want to take that nice smooth ride, ain't no better chauffeur than the creator. So I'm going to let y'all chime in on that one. My apologies.
You're good. It's great. The fact that you talked about how overseas the skies are clearing up. I wonder how much chemtrails they get over there. Because we could stop doing everything over here. We still ain't gonna have clear skies, but that's pretty cool though. Like just showing like the shutdown of the factories and basically giving nature a chance to actually adjust herself.
Yeah, that's cool. And people don't think about that part of it, I guess. And yeah, man, less pollution in the air. And I think, I mean, for me, I'm enjoying my time with my kids. And I think they are too. I mean, honestly, man, I mean, they hate school, man. I hated school, and why do they hate school? Like, why do we? I mean, the way we learn and everything is just so backwards and just messed up. So it's a break from everything for everybody a little bit right now, and a time to reflect. Um, are you ready? A time to reflect if you're ready for a lot of things, not just physical stuff, but like Anu was saying, emotionally, spiritually, and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
do all those things like I was saying earlier. Do all those things that you've been wanting to do, right?
All those things you used to sit there and say, if I only had enough time for.
Yeah.
Time is on your side.
Well, that's the thing. Like you said, people are always like, if I only had enough time, if I only had enough time. Well, you got it. You got time right now. You have time. You got whatever time you have that the school isn't indoctrinating your children. You're able to sit down and tell your children your truth, share those stories, share that life, completely understand. Right now is a time to retrain the minds of the young, to be able to install in them, practice something you haven't practiced. I mean, go out, try and make a fire. Go out, do a couple other things. Just do things that make you feel good. Because right
Okay.
now, I mean, there's people, I guarantee you, there's people in this chat and actually all around the world who haven't taken enough time to sit down and even figure out their child's favorite color, favorite video game, favorite story. There's a lot out there that people don't know. Sit down and actually talk to your children, ask questions, find out about them, their school life, find out about who they are. This is a learning time when you get to learn who each person is, when you get to sit with a loved one, and when you're not working and we're not forced to sit back and work and run and do all the hustle and bustle, being able to really sit down and get to know who we are internally and who they are, the internal workings of our houses and our homes. We can sit down and get to know who the Most High is. If you want to, like I said, I don't discriminate on a religious basis or whatever spirituality a person uses. But if you have a creator, get in touch with your creator. If you have a spiritual book, a book of preference, read it. Sit down and read it. Enjoy it. Study it. This is time because you won't. I can't say we won't have this time again, but for right now, we won't have this time. When's the last time we've seen something like this? When's the last time they said, okay, you got a break? So to me, I believe the creator is just like, all right, look, I'm giving you a break because you guys have gotten too far out of line. You don't understand the necessities. You don't understand what's going on. You guys are so damn lost. I have to give you a break so you guys can come together because you're such a hateful ass population. And sorry for the words, but humans have become so hateful and so biased and so bigoted and just so destructive that I have to give you guys a break so you can sit down and you can just relax. and understand what being a human really is. Being a human isn't getting the fanciest clothes. Being a human isn't getting the fanciest car, all that other good stuff. You know, those are human temptations, but nature, being part of nature, we are not separate from nature. We are one with nature. So um understand that and realize that you cannot be separate from the circle. You are not better than the circle. You are not better than what the creator created. You are not better than nature in itself. So man's arrogance has made us believe that we are better. And through that, we have begun to simplify our lives. And ultimately, by simplifying our lives, we have hindered ourselves and poisoned the earth. But then, I've never seen another animal that would destroy its own home, but man tends to do that a lot, like poison the water just to make, you know, temporary things, GMO and modify the food only to be able to produce massive amounts of money because bugs no longer go after it, but yet the things it causes in the human body, they don't care about. Um,
They're cutting off that cycle of nature.
yeah, there's humans have
Wow.
gotten so arrogant, and I'm not dogging humans, but people have gotten so arrogant that they no longer bury themselves in the ground. They put themselves inside a casket, inside a concrete slab. So there is no more ashes to ashes, and there is no more dust to dust, because ultimately the circle is broken with humans. The circle that we're being able to be put back into the ground, and the ground takes the earth takes the nutrients from us, from the ground that we came, the ground we go back to. But no, it's I mean, we've just become very, very arrogant in our time. I mean, very arrogant. We want to immortalize ourselves even after this life is over. So, what's the point in immortalizing something if it wasn't for the better of everyone? We look in history, and this is what's scary. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, in here in the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you look at history and look at the people who made a big difference versus the people who did something horrible, who's focused on more realistically?
Hmm. Actually, that's a good question when you think about it. I don't know. I see a lot more negative people being focused on, but they're not negative in the light. They're put out there as being like some positive people, but in reality, they have a other things in planned. Now, locally is a different story because you get to see those positive people that do great things and they actually get acknowledged for it. And they don't have some kind of plan. It's just them being, I guess, human.
Well, have you noticed the only time positive people are brought up is in a time of negativity?
That,
Look,
yeah, I haven't noticed that.
yeah, that's the thing. The only time people mention people like,
Huh.
and the only time people mention like people who are, I'm not going to say good people, because ultimately we don't know if they were good, bad, or indifferent, but people who influence the more positive in people, they're only mentioned during times when things are really getting bad. That's the only time they're mentioned. And then everyone's like, oh, look at the teaching of Gandhi, or look at the teaching of this person. But the next person can say, you know what? But Gandhi didn't like these people. And Gandhi wasn't fighting for fairness for these people. And you're just like, man,
Mm-hmm.
that's a way to twist a positive message and make it negative. We
Yeah.
can focus, we can focus on negativity more than we can focus on positivity any day. Y'all can elaborate on that if you want.
Well, I mean, I think that I don't know. It seems like in this society, it's more entertaining. People rather see that kind of stuff than, or they don't even notice that they're being fed that stuff more than positively. Like, I guess they know that, if they keep us in the same mind state, that we might help create what they want. So like if they got us thinking the same way and negatively, then maybe they can help create the world they want, that control. And we, like you're saying earlier, like it's almost like a voluntary quarantine, right? Like,
Yeah.
did anybody really force you, But, I mean, I know that, you want to be safe and you want to just stay out of trouble and stuff like that, but, can they really do that? Like Anu says, this is really a drill, you know. I'm sure in the background they're getting ready to pass laws and stuff now that it'll be a little easier because of,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
so, expect all that to happen, and just think about it, man. Like, really, if you think about it 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if you think about a place when they're telling the NBA to stop, everything, like sports, everything, like, would you even think of that? You would think, oh no, that's the end of the world. Hey, listen, man, we're here right now, man. It's happening. Wake up, man. Like that's the control they have. That's how much control, and that's how much control you don't have. You got to realize that you're dependent upon a system, and they control every part of your life because they made sure of that long time ago. And that's I don't know how else to say it, but you know, some people are like, "I told you so." Some was like, "I told you so," and
Yeah. And what you call what Anu was saying earlier about get to know your kids and all that. That's kind of like building a nucleus. As far as like when since we're like talking about energy and different forms and fashions and all that, that nucleus of the energy is right there back in your house. So now you're making that bond stronger. So then as you're going out, you're gonna be affecting others and connecting with others that are on that same basically that same wavelength. And hopefully it's a positive one so that way we restore balance.
Oh yeah, man. Like, oh, hey, Empress Obert, peace and blessings, sis. Good to see you here. But I found out something very important about myself when I sat down. I was chilling with my kids, and this will affect my life forever. I suck at Jenga. It's not a game I can play. I'm telling you, no. Yeah, I'm no balance isn't my thing. But this is something I learned about myself, and my kids laughed at me. My kids laughed at me so hard, and just hearing the laughter and the vibration, it cleared the house of all negative energy. It pushed it out. Um, the game of life, Monopoly, sorry, and sorry's a lie. The game of sorry is a lie because you're not sorry when you do that. When you bump somebody off the board and back to home, you're not sorry. No, you're having way too much fun. But
Actually
the
makes me
laughter. Oh,
okay.
my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it makes me wonder what the etymology of sorry is, but continue.
Oh yeah, man. Just the laughter that filled the air in the room and being able to laugh. And then, we watch comedies. We were sitting there watching different shows, and just enjoying the time. Like literally, I'm actually asking people to sit down and enjoy your family time, get to know yourself, get to know everyone around you, get to know your dog. It doesn't matter. Just get to know something and be able to have peace in your life, internally, externally. Don't let the stress of the day, don't let it beat you up. Don't let the negativity. Enjoy a game. Like I'm bringing out all my retro gaming systems. I'm a gamer, so I apologize to anyone who isn't. But I've been retro gaming and getting nostalgia from way back in the day. I sat down and played Mortal Kombat 1 and found out I still remember the blood code. ABACABB on Sega. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I realized. Okay, Mr. Dark Fly, brother, there's so many. Yeah, like, brother. Yeah, I gotta bring you in, man. You are definitely a good brother, man.
We about to
Just
have
so
Barry White contest.
yeah, no, actually I was about to start riffing on him, but I figure it's unfair It's definitely unfair to riff on him without him being able to riff on me and us doing the Barry White thing. So nah, no, I'm not going to talk it if you can't defend yourself, because you got to remember the version of Sorry you had, like they were still using bone dice and they were using rocks as pegs, man. So yeah, your version of Sorry was you just club the person next to you and call it a day, old school. We ain't gonna get into that one, brother. We ain't gonna get into that one. But yeah, just enjoy, man. Get a good laugh. Actually, it's really, really just good times. You know, Redbird dropped it. He said, sorry, the etymology is pain, distress, or sorrow.
Oh snap!
Wow. So when you tell somebody sorry, that's really backwards right there.
Yeah, have more pain, distress, and sorrow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like,
Wow.
when someone tells you to apologize and say sorry, I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna gut check people randomly, like etymology, check it.
Yeah, that'd be funny as hell.
Oh, dude, it is. And this is the energy we gotta have. We gotta, you know, we start on a can you tell a personality paranormal story y'all had? Oh, if you want to get into ghosts and stuff, yeah, that's I would like to save that for a later live. But yeah, we used to have a all right. Now we used to have back where I used to live, we used to have this little place called No Bixby. Opie Mihai can vouch for it. It's a real crazy place. It's between 5 cemeteries that nobody knew made a pentagram. And when you live there, it's the most spiritually active place. They did a lot of witchcraft stuff like that. No one told us that when we moved in the house. But every day we would have this weird, around the same time, the door would open, the door would close, and you can watch footsteps walk across. And my whole family would just sit there and look. And eventually it just got so normal. We gave it a name and we called it Uncle Mike. So we'd be like, hey, Uncle Mike, and just keep going. And it was, there's a good and a bad, especially with energies and different realms. Yeah. So as far as speaking on ghosts, I'll save that for, well, actually, well, let's be honest. I'm not going to be working for a while. So if everybody wants to do ghost stories tomorrow, we can rock out with it. We can definitely rock out. Can I get a vote on the chat? Ghost stories tomorrow? Yes, no, 1 for yes, 2 for no. We can get it. Bring different people. No, I'm not still in that house. That it started to disturb me when I would walk in the house. You would leave and you shut all the cupboards. You could leave, walk out, and you forget something, and you'd walk back in, and all of a sudden your cabinets would be open. And after that, we started to know something was wrong.
The ghosts are coming in and eating your food when you leave. Yeah.
Oh, nah. Hey, ghosts, no. Look, I don't care what nobody say. Ghosts coming to eat food when I leave. We got to catch wreck. We got to catch wreck, homie. There's one thing you don't touch, and that's my food. You could steal my car if you could touch my sandwich. I give you the car. I put my hands up. Just don't touch the sandwich. Let me get my Chipotle out the car before you steal it.
Word.
We're all good. My car is insured. My food isn't. Oh, okay. It looks like we doing ghost stories tomorrow. Ooh, this one's gonna be a nice one. I'll bring on, this one will be nice. I might go ahead and drop a ghost story in the I'll drop one of the stories today or tomorrow, kind of set the mood, and then later we can come on in on it. Cootie Mail, what you thinking, my friend?
Yeah, anything, man. Anything, man. I just, I'm always gonna give my opinion about it. People can, like I said, we don't want people to like just think that we're experts in anything. I mean, I'm not. I just, try to correlate things.
Cootie Mail, could you please read Mr. Dark Fly Brother One's comment?
Don't touch my chicken.
How racially stereotypical. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. Yeah, definitely won't be touching your chicken.
Yeah. I'm leaving that alone, Doug. Actually, matter of fact, what we can do is,
Chicken or turkey.
yeah, no chicken, no turkey, dog. Look, matter of fact, I'm not even touching your spam. No, I'm not. Anything that has any form of chicken in it, I'm leaving that alone. But I figure, hey, let's hop on it. Tomorrow, we'll just have different guests come in, tell their ghost stories, whether real, fake, or whatever they got. Cool. But it's going to be a time to enjoy and laugh. Because I know some people going to be talking about, well, one night I woke up and I was floating in the air and my face was touching the ceiling and my back was against the wall. And then I got two high fives by people going to say some randomness. So let's enjoy, but let's try and keep it real because I do believe in the spiritual realm. I do believe ghosts are real. Well, now we can do aliens too, man. Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Right now, I'm chilling. Right now, everybody's going to be chilling for a while. So, okay, good, Mr. Dark Brother. Do not roll with spam. And if spam rolls, you have a problem because it comes in a square can. But yeah, hey, and we could have people come on and talk about their ghost stories. We'll kind of do them in turn. And everybody just jump in, get a couple minutes. We won't be really dropping too much, but we'll give people a little bit of time and we'll get everyone in rotation. And if that's something y'all would like to do, please feel free to let me know because these next 3 weeks is all about keeping spirits high, high vibes, relaxation, and laughter and enjoying.
Yeah, Cody Mayo. You heard any stories Cortez goes running around down that way?
Cortez? No, I mean, I don't know if he made it here. I don't think there's any written accounts of him making it here.
Yeah, Cortez ghosts are all over California. I still rock them to this day. They're Nike Cortezes. Much respect.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, look, I'm old school. I still rock pressed up Dickies, ironed out Cortezes. I don't even play.
But talking about that, a lot of the ghost stories, especially like recently they had the movie La Llorona. That's a Spanish countries, and that all that deals with American Indians and how the Spanish cruelties and all that. Just like a lot of the ghost stories in the States, they say supposedly are from Indian burial grounds, right? It's always involved in some kind of Indian story in the background. So it's kind of the same over here. That Cortez is basically the same.
Damn.
Yep.
All
Of the movies, all the most popular movies are all Indian burial grounds, or something happened to the Indians,
Oh yeah, I definitely believe that, man. I mean, there's a lot of power in burials, and then when they desecrate the land,
yeah, or just the cruelties, like they did in a certain area, and how they tell the stories.
How that energy was.
yeah, that negative energy can sit there and it can fester, and when it festers, oh man, dude, I could tell y'all some ghost stories, especially being in Ohio. There's so much. I mean, we got haunted prisons out here. We got all types of stuff, and it's just insane.
Yeah, those haunted prisons, are they built on like Indian burial grounds or anything?
Which one?
I don't know about that, but I do know what Cootie Mail was mentioning is it's said that even in Indian mythology, that negative energy and negative vibes can make an imprint that goes beyond time and space. They talk about there's 3 different types of hauntings that can happen. There are hauntings that are just constantly reliving themselves. There are hauntings that actually have their own what's it called? Like they have their own knowledge of what's going on. So they're actual spirits. Oh, Yeshua Hebrew, and you already know. You already know, man. Up here in the north, in the Ohio Valley, PA area, everywhere is haunted, but there's something weird about here, especially with the serpent mounds and a lot of the things up here. There was a lot of cruelty up here. But yeah, I apologize for jumping on that one. But yeah, like Cootie Mail was just talking, there's an imprint that goes beyond time and space, an emotional imprint that almost rips through time when you get into the spiritual realm. So that's why some people see repetitive hauntings or the same things happening time and time and time again, is because the negativity in the image was so negative that it was burnt into time and space. And some people just choose not to move on because they can't move past the horrors, or they believe they have a job to do or an unfinished job. So y'all can elaborate on that one, please do.
Sound like they got stuck in Groundhog Day.
Yeah, with no toasters. Yeah, the spiritual world is a trip, man. I want to get into that, but at the same time, I'm real cautious. As long as we stick with the spiritual and not the religious, I believe we'll be fine, because, don't want to get into argue about religion, but ultimately the spiritual world is okay, gee, was really, really random. My toaster broke. Okay. Yeah, but the spiritual realm.
Premonition.
Yeah, it's bad.
Kill Your Joys from Amityville.
Oh yeah, man, Amityville Horror House. A lot of that stuff was
Poltergeist, all of them.
Yes, yeah. People don't understand.
Pet Cemetery, all of them.
Yeah, Pet Cemetery. Yeah. Now that one, we're not going to get into that. That was actually believed. There were certain grounds that were in specific spots. You can call them spiritual vortexes back in Indian culture, and they believed that they would bury their warriors, and the warriors would come back and fight against those who they were fighting against. And it was yeah, man, I've heard some really, really creepy stories about that. Old Indian warriors who still roam the mountains, and people who will tell you about this. I mean, just there's so much negative energy in the world. That's why you got to stay positive. You don't want, but then also I have heard of positive energy from certain spirits too. Like, not going to say ancestors or anything like that, but I've heard of places where there are positive spirits who try to do good, ones who just do certain things as far as trying to help people out, trying to deal with people in the spiritual realm, because we can't just believe there's negativity in the spiritual realm and that's the only thing that makes an impact. What if on the other side there is something so beautiful and such love that it actually makes an impact that transitions time, and it also makes an impact realistically? Let's get into the semi-emotional part of this. Now, what's up?
I said the vibratory and the frequencies.
Well, yeah, as far as the emotional and it making an impact in what is considered time and space. But ultimately, we've all seen those stories in movies, and we've heard stories about love never dying. What if there is actually reality to that? I've seen people who have been together for 40, 50, 60 years, and not even 4 to 5 days after one passes, the next goes right behind them. And it's not just sorrow, but I believe it's a spiritual attachment where, they found their soulmate, and after that individual passes, even in good health, they pass because their souls were destined to be together. What y'all think?
Definitely true. Like, for that attachment, it goes like a strong magnet. They bonded like water molecules.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I believe it's out there. Cody Mail, what about you, my friend?
What's that? What was the question again? Sorry.
The question is there a possibility of true love and it transcending time? For 500, Alex. My bad, dog. You set yourself up.
I was like, what? That's how deep you're getting? Hey, man. I'm over here actually. Sorry, man.
You all good. Don't be getting into ghost stories over there without us, man. We got a problem, Cootie,
Listen,
man.
Ghost stories. Listen, all I can say is, I've had my experience. I have been in a haunted house, and I felt the energy as soon as I moved in there. I didn't, think anything of it until shit started happening. But it's not like I grew up in I never expected to go to or end up in something where there was a bit, something there. It wasn't necessarily bad. I don't think it was bad because I didn't do any like it didn't. I didn't feel. I just felt like I didn't want to be there. I just it's too much in there. Like it just wants it. That's its house. And then finding out other things from the landlord. Then I'm like, okay, confirmed. I'm like, okay, all right. So that's who it was. So all right. So I'm like, okay, I mean, you got your mom and your dad telling you stories, and then what you see on TV and all this stuff. I mean, I guess it depends on each person, what their experience is. I mean, there's people that are skeptical and won't ever believe you, just deny it or whatever. Maybe they ain't spiritually in tune, maybe they don't want to be, maybe they really haven't had no experience. I don't know, but could only talk about my experience from it.
Nah, you all good, man. Everybody's got their experiences, whether it be the spiritual realm, whatever realm it is. I mean, some people, okay, how do I put this? Like my sister talks about it. She says the spiritual realm is something I know exists, but something I deny as part of anything, only because for some people, the spiritual and the spooky scares them.
Yeah.
So some people get so creeped out about it. I believe that most people have had a supernatural experience, but the majority of people don't want to admit the fact that they've had it because ultimately, okay, now chat, now I'm going to let you know these are only my opinions, but we'll see how it rolls. And I want to know how you guys feel about this too, Cody Mayo and Kyle. I believe that people have a supernatural experience, but what most people tend to deny it ultimately is to deny that there is a spirit world or a spiritual world beyond this one, only because it holds them accountable to what's after life. If you deny there's a spirit world, there is no good or bad. There is no afterlife. There is no after world. There is nothing after this. If you believe that it's done, then most people don't hold an attachment, or most people don't have to take responsibility for their actions. So my belief is those who deny the spiritual plane are terrified sometimes of the actions that they have committed in life, or ultimately they don't want to think about the repercussions of the things they have done in this life. What y'all think?
Yeah. I mean, I think in some part, like I said, some people, yep, maybe, experiencing that. And, I think it's always, I guess it's always best to confront things in any way, whatever the situation, whether it's ghosts or whatever, and instead of, because eventually you're going to have to. Um, but what really is a ghost, we could talk about astral projection and a spiritual world and ghosts and stuff. It's hard for us as humans to try to understand it. Um, but I know, like you said, most of us do have an experience, and a lot of us stay quiet about it.
Stay quiet about it out of fear of sounding goofy.
Yeah, yeah, or just like you don't want to, scary admitting it.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
people, some people start praying. They're like so religious. They're just like,
yeah,
no,
yeah. It surprises them past the point where they're like, "Oh snap! All the stuff I've been hearing about from pastors is actually true."
There's a lot of fear out there, man. Fear of the unknown. And that's the reason why we don't know it all, because if we knew it all, it'd be too simplified. If we knew everything that went on, having fear of the unknown it's rational to some extent, but at the same time, it's irrational ultimately, because There's always something you're not going to know, but to fear that unknown closes you off from it. Now, to be anxious about the unknown is okay, but there's a fine line where curiosity can kill the cat, if you get what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I
step over
think
that.
that
Oh, go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say like I mean, but now it's like entertainment, right? Like there's yeah, well, I mean, I like scary movies and the thrill of the unknown and stuff. Since I was a little kid, the mysteries and all that. I don't know if it's because we're more spiritually in tune or we're just a sign in us that some people actually avoid it all their life. They're like, no, I don't want to watch no movie, scary movie. So
Well, I'm going to speak on this too, probably tomorrow also. But yeah, that's the truth. People didn't want to watch scary movies. At the same time, fear is exhilarating. If you take it in too much of a good thing is bad, you know. But
yep.
um, here, let me. I'm going to go just a little to the left for a moment. But yeah, ultimately, I do know. I'm not going to say I know, but I believe. I believe that right now, with energies being harnessed, things going on with crazy times right now, spiritual energy helps and it magnifies everything that goes on in the spiritual realm. They noticed when they were doing things with EMPs and certain frequencies, electricity, thunderstorms. There have been people doing studies on the supernatural and figuring out when these things can actually manifest themselves. Sometimes during electric storms, sometimes it's during many different things. But ultimately, with everything that we have, for instance, you have your lights, your TV, your Wi Fi, your refrigerator, you have your phone, you got your Bluetooth if you have one, you got a lot of different things that are going on at the same time. But because all those energies are hitting you and bombarding you at the same time, you can't necessarily feel the spiritual realm. Not saying to tap into it because we're not going to get esoteric. I tell people if you don't know about it, don't dig into it. But when going out into the woods and nature, it's like you can feel every living animal. You can feel the trees. You can feel other things out there also.
Yeah.
So there's
I was
something very, very different. Oh, go ahead, please.
so like Jesh was saying, like if you're shining bright, usually and you're like that's being positive and shining bright, these things can't really penetrate your aura, your frequency. So that's why like that's what I was saying earlier, they like to have you in a state of fear because then you're gonna vibrate low. In a state of hate, violence, fear, all these make you vibrate low. You're more, you know, vulnerable to attacks, spiritual attacks. So if you got your positive and your light on, like in the Matrix, they showed, the key maker with the light. He was like, "Yo, that dude's bright." That's how they see you. That's how they see you. And so you might get confronted by people, and you're like, "Why is this dude coming at me like that? I don't even know this guy." You know what I mean? What's wrong with him? And it's really not him. It's like what Anu was saying earlier. Sometimes we're getting possessed. We don't even know it. Every time we fight amongst each other, even when I do it, even anytime, man, we're allowing ourselves to these spirits, you know, and the more we live by that, I mean, even if we don't do it all the time, maybe not, but it's people who are constantly on that and just getting mad at everything, like Cat Williams was saying, you mad at breakfast? Like you're mad at breakfast for real? Like you're always mad, fighting this, doing. So maybe somebody comes positively and like the priest they start throwing holy water and stuff, so it's like the person starts fighting like it's a vampire. And so like it's a spiritual war. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe that person don't even consciously know that is your spirits fighting. It's not your physical. And like for me, I just asked the Most High one thing a long time ago was to you know protect me from these people bringing their bad vibes, and it just expose them, just expose them, and you know let them expose themselves, so most of the time they do. You just us, we just gotta observe and see people's hearts where they are at. Where's your heart chakra at? Is your heart chakra aligning with your crown chakra, all the way to the base? Are you in full connection,
Hmm.
That's the truth, and that's a big part of it. You just mentioned it, man, is being able to vibrate on a certain level and being at ease. But there's a lot. I mean, there's so much that goes on, and just trying to stay positive in a world of negativity and not open yourself up and not open yourself up to the wrong energies. And then I believe you just brought it up about energy vampires. There are people who love negative energy just as there are people who love positive energy.
Yep.
You just have to figure out which one you like. I mean, oh, go ahead. You was about to.
No, I said yeah. I was agreeing.
Yeah, you have individuals who love. It's just like as kids. When kids grow up, you find kids who do different things. Like for instance, you'll find kids who act out to get attention, but then you find kids who are really, really good for attention. So it just kind of depends on the energy that they want to vibe off of, and the frequency they want to vibe off of ultimately is what they go through or what they begin to believe in and understand. Um, that's with kids, adults, everybody. You can have people who intentionally pull um, yeah, you have people. Oh, sorry, jump on that. But yeah, cortisol in the body is the stress hormone, and just like anything else, it has a scent to it. That's how animals know when you're afraid, feared, stressed out. Ultimately, because humans have lost the ability to get that scent and that smell from each other, doesn't mean that animals and spirits can't. So when your cortisol goes up, it gives a scent of fear. Ultimately, they basically say that fear is basically like spiritual bait for things that are bad. That's why most of the time they attack you when you're weak. And it's not necessarily when you're weak, it's when your cortisol levels are up and they believe in the spiritual realm, they can smell that.
Hmm.
So I hope I broke that down for you a little bit.
Yeah.
So guess what Hebrews didn't have to type so much. Yes, sir. The Kundalini does go up and down. That's the truth. Um, yeah, it can do, you can drop in vibration, you can raise in vibration. And okay. Anyone who has kids or anyone who's watched Monsters Inc. I know Cootie Mail, I know you watch that too, right?
Yeah, all the animation movies, well, I had one of them. I got four kids, and one of them's really old. He's already almost 20, man. So his birthday's coming up, but yeah, the other ones are young. Yeah, I watched all those movies, man.
But in Monsters Inc., did you notice the whole time they're scaring the junk out of these kids, getting a little bit of energy out of them?
Yep.
Ultimately, what did they find released the most energy? That kept
Laughter.
that, yeah, that laughter,
It was
man. That laugh,
stronger. Love. Yeah.
love is
Joy.
always,
Joy.
yes, love, joy. I mean, laughter, it's always stronger than evil. I don't care how depressed you are. If you get a good laugh in, it makes you feel good. If you get a good feeling about yourself or watch a good comedy or just slapstick comedy, whatever you like to laugh at, check it out. But ultimately, that laugh does so much more for you. And laughter, because it comes from um, laughter, because internally, when you laugh, it moves your lymph nodes, it moves everything inside. It literally makes all your muscles jump. It flexes your abs. It does all that. Laughter is a full body workout. And not only is it a full body workout, but it moves negative energy out of the body. And when you're laughing, pressing out so much air, when you breathe in, you're breathing in a lot of fresh air. Just don't laugh like until you like fall out your chair and you're rolling on the floor and your guts hurt and stuff. Yeah, that's stuff gets painful.
Yeah, I mean it's a study, man. It's part of, and also like a big thing of yoga. It's just laughter is healing. You know, your state, right? Your happiness, your joy.
Oh yeah, dude. Even with sickness,
Hmm.
most people get sicker because of them going into a state of depression within themselves and like, oh, I'm sick. And they get that Eeyore. They get that Eeyore going on where it's like,
Yeah,
woe is me.
yeah.
My house blew down.
You were
And
saying
we
it
know-
the other day about the water, right? Crystals. The difference, with the because it's the same thing with laughter and joy and healing. It works with nature and especially even with water. Like you were saying, like the study.
yeah, the study on water, being able to focus good energy into water. And anyone can try this in the chat. If you got an extra water bottle, which to be honest with you, right now, mostly everybody should, only because of all the panic going on. If you got a water bottle, focus good energy into the water bottle, throw it in the freezer, freeze it, and look how it crystallizes and what it does. Now, on the other hand, get another water bottle and project negative energy into it and freeze it. And you'll notice it looks completely different. I mean, the crystals, it gets real foggy, but the one that's got a lot of love, it actually stays really, really clear. And I've seen it with some beautiful designs. Same thing with rice. If you got a little bag of rice, don't do it to a 50-pound bag. Don't waste it. But get a small bag of rice, maybe a cup full, pour it in a little Ziploc, project one with good, and then project one with bad. And the one with bad, the rice will turn black. Same thing with infections in the body and onions. Same thing with infections in the air and onions and garlic. Nature knows how to cure itself. Man has just dipped off from understanding nature. Since we've separated ourselves from nature, when we go back to nature, all these cures, all this other good stuff, it'll come naturally. They wonder why, and Cody Mayo mentioned it before, there was no plagues or disease or anything. I believe we were a less stressful people in a less stressful time. And when, not to speak on anything or get too in depth, but when those plagues hit the indigenous peoples of this land, they were under attack. They were getting beat down, not from a standpoint of physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. They were learning something new. They were being bombarded by a lot. So
Yeah.
therefore, that left their bodies, minds, and spirits open, and that's why a lot of people caught disease. Is it was the stress levels right then.
Hmm.
Yep.
So that's why we get sick when we go to work. We get stressed out. But have you noticed how hard it is to get sick when you're constantly laughing, smiling, and doing good? But yet, when you have to go to a job you hate, a job you don't like, you don't want to go to, you'll get sick really quick. And it's not because of just the stress, it's because the aspect of you don't want to go. You hate your
Mhm.
job, you hate the people around you, and before you know it, you're stressed going and you're sick. And your body's making yourself sick to avoid doing something you didn't want to do in the first place.
And then you're at this ease.
Yeah, buddy, you ain't lying. Dis-ease. Like, that's the way it works.
Gotta be balanced, man. You gotta be in harmony, and that's hard, even for all of us. That's very hard in this society, like New was saying, because what they put in the water, what they're spraying, what the ingredients in the food, the electromagnetic, the radiation, and even through all that, we survive. And like he was saying, man, they've been bringing plagues and all this stuff for so many years, and even with that, even with all the stuff they throw or they come with experiments, all that shit, you know, we're still here, man, standing. So, you know, that's why they gotta force it, kind of. They gotta kind of force it because they're like, can't get rid of them.
Baby's kids.
They don't
Yep,
die, they multiply.
yep.
That's okay. Everybody in here has been a kid, and if you weren't, you got Benjamin Button disease. It's not your fault. But everybody remember going to school, and when you dreaded school, all of a sudden you'd be like, "Oh, I feel sick. My tummy hurt. My head hurt." Everything was wrong with you when you did not want to go to school. And if your parents actually bought that BS, all of a sudden you felt better.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
Until my mom learned to like take my games away and ground me for the day. So she knew if I was really sick, because even if I was sick, I'd still go to school because I want to go out and play with my friends afterwards.
Yeah.
See, everybody in here can laugh because they know they played sick. They played sick. Everybody did. And yeah, oh yeah, I remember that. So yes, Mr. Dark Brother said when you went to school late in the winter, your face was covered in Vaseline. Yeah, because that wind would whip and dry your face out and it would beat you up, buddy. That was no joke. But the only good thing is if your mom tried to hit you with a swift one, it would slide off just like boxing. You was all good. Wow, Be Real said I still do. That's the thing. Right now, and here's the good part, which everybody's gonna laugh and think it's off the hook. Right now, you ain't got to play sick. Literally, you don't have to play anything. You're getting a vacation. Most people are getting a vacation. So it's like all the perks of playing sick without having to play sick and call into your job and be like, oh, and alter your voice and all that other good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling good today.
I think I'm gonna be late. I'll call you. And then you don't show up. You call like 2 hours later. I'm in the hospital.
Dog, that's it right there.
You're at home chilling, and then he's like, "All right, just bring the note tomorrow." You're like, "Oh shit."
Dude, I really hope my boss ain't listening because I swear, well, never mind. Hey, forget it. Like I said, my job got terminated, so well, I'm letting it all out.
Hey,
You ever had the days and it's messed up because you don't want to bring it, you don't want to talk anything into existence, but at the same time, you very careful with what you say. Like I remember one time, Creator forgive me, I use my kid as an excuse. Like my son's feeling sick, I have to watch him, can't leave, not going to what will be in work late. Cool. Everything was great. Me and my son were laughing and and everything was funny. About an hour later, he's like, oh, whoa, what happened? He was like, you talked me into being sick. I'm like, dude, next time I'm texting my boss because I'm not talking shit into existence anymore. I'm not speaking anything into existence. No. So now I literally just talk to him and be like, look, I'm just going to be honest with you today. I don't feel like I've got terminal stupiditis.
I'm on job in just Rael said I work at the pharmacy and I noticed everyone that came in kept saying they feel weak and sleepy.
No, that's real. That's real right now. Like literally, I think I've taken like 6 naps today. Dead serious.
It's normal.
Because it's the negativity and it's the fact that
Draining. Yep.
You don't have anything to do tomorrow. Let's be honest. The only reason I got my lazy ass up was to do this live. Normally I'm at the gym, I'm working out, I'm running, I'm doing all this other good stuff. No, man. As soon as they said, oh yeah, you guys are going to be down for a while, I'm like, you know what? I've done enough push-ups.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm curling is curling up in my blanket and pass it out.
Yeah, Willie Cameron said, I work at the post office. They don't care about the coronavirus.
Oh, dog. Rain, sleet, snow, shine, swine flu, bird flu, coronavirus. Hey.
Weed.
You said, what'd you say?
Nothing.
They don't care. Like literally, you still got to be at work. And I sincerely apologize for that, but I want to salute all the post office workers who get out there and do their job and, get out there and rain, sleet, snow, and shine and all that other good stuff. I salute you because you're a better person than me.
Well,
I'm telling you,
they
I'd
got
quit.
they got what you call it, that thing they had in the mail, anthrax through. Hey, they didn't take care of that. Whatever happened to that?
I don't know, but eventually, they're going to be trying to have weird stuff deliver. They're going to trying to have weird stuff and robots deliver our mail to us anyway. Because they were talking about Amazon trying to do this little robot that goes up, drops the package, and just leaves. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, we already know, like, I mean, we got Uber. They got Uber established, right? And all those other things that brings you everything, groceries, everything, right? So, all they need is, to package it up, some robots, and the car drives itself. And, you know,
As long as I get my own personal robot, I'll be happy.
I'm picturing like you guys saw Wally. I'm picturing like a bunch of fat people just just chilling at home on the computer, where everybody working from a computer and shit, all fat.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's what's going to happen, man. Like, this is not to knock anybody who has obesity issues or
Yeah,
anything else.
I mean like the cartoon though, like
Obesity, no, but look at it. Look at how much obesity has risen since fast food became very popular. Like, I mean, realistically, running, playing, all that other good stuff. Video games now have become the outside of the younger generation.
Yep.
Okay, see now Willie Cameron he said we got robots at the post office right now that get the mail. See,
you
don't
see,
be doing that, man.
you
Look,
see, it ain't just it's not aliens like in what's that Men in Black? It's robots.
yeah. Hey, all you gotta do is hit them with that B-box language, man. They'll come out of them suits. You'll be good.
All right, so all
I
right,
want 25.
Oh, procure your joy. The most addictive drug in the world is sugar. That is the most addictive drug in the entire world.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah.
People act like sugar is not a drug. Sugar is more powerful than any other drug in the world. It's insane.
It is a drug.
Yeah, it's on par with cocaine.
Sugar epidemic.
Yeah, I mean, sugar's a hell of a drug. Like, people gonna be out if the pandemic gets bad, people gonna be trying to sell like good food for snacks.
Yeah, like
Diabetes in a can.
people dying
Bubba
for like
Albee said, truck driver here. We can't. Hey, keep pushing, man. I salute you, brother. I do. Cause yeah, I salute people who in this field, nurses, truck drivers, post office workers. You get nothing but respect, nothing but props. I take my hat off to you.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a hat right now, but I would if I had one on.
Man, I tried to get a job with them and it was crazy, like the whole training and everything. I'm talking about the post office.
They simulate you getting chased by a dog.
What?
What's that called? Dog simulation. We need you to run, jump through fences. No, dude, they don't play. Look, the post office people in my neighborhood, they don't get out their truck. They literally pull up, stick their arm out the door, good to go.
Oh, they're gonna be replaced soon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're gonna hook all these cars up to that Google what's that Google Map thing, Street View.
Yeah, I mean everything's probably gonna be like digital, digital newspaper, everything. So I mean, you don't really need the physical unless it's something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing. There are certain benefits and certain benefits and certain downfalls to like technology. For instance, having the ability to, put books and, save a tree, but, throw the stuff online. So ultimately, I don't know. There's sacrifices to stuff, but at the same time, it's everything will be digital here soon. The only thing that won't be digital is your no plug for Amazon, your Amazon packages.
Hmm.
We got Prince is out there putting running not memes. I don't. What are them little things called again? Emojis. There we go. There, just showed my age and how far my memory goes. I forgot what emoji was called.
Need some ginkgo biloba,
Yeah, it does something.
some oolong tea.
Nah, that just makes me hyper. It's no good. But yeah, ultimately, man, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing some smiles in the room. It's making me feel good. People are getting a good laugh, talking about some. But tomorrow, for sure, you guys remind me. Same time, I'm going to try and keep it around 9:30. We got to do the ghost stories. Have guests come on, hop on there, talk about their ghost stories, enjoy, and kind of creep people out.
Might get
you know?
crazy.
Yeah, hey man, I'm dead serious. But I will be if you get too far in the spiritual realm and you start saying awkward things, like not awkward. I'm talking about if you just start reading books of witchcraft, I will mute your ass. I don't play that stuff. There's certain things that even scare me. I ain't gonna play.
Are
So
you talking about campfire stories?
nah, campfire stories I'm cool with. But once people start actually getting into things like, well, my aunt was a witch and she should humble and start mentioning words, I'm like, block. You are not cursing everyone in my chat. I will be damned.
No,
That
like
is not going to happen.
or like, well, I was cutting a goat's head and then I was pouring the blood. No.
Yeah, please don't. Please no sacrifice stories.
Yeah.
And took her turn.
Yeah, pretty much. No sacrifice stories, and don't talk about the ghost of the fish you blew up with an M80. I could care less. So,
Yeah.
what happened? I stuffed this fish full of M80s and blew him up, and for the next week, he haunted my dreams. What? Like, please don't.
Turn them into fish sticks.
Yeah, he went from salmon to fish sticks in less than 2 seconds.
Probably don't have to just be like ghost stories. I mean, like there's so many things you can involve. Like, I mean, they would consider like gnomes or like leprechauns or anything like that, like spirits, spirit of the spirit world. Like
Chupacabra.
fairies, chupacabras, all that crazy stuff.
Oh yeah,
You know?
man, we can jump into all that tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
I'll set aside some time, and because people still do have to work, I'll see if we can get on a little earlier. But we can make it a long build where
And
people come in, they get a couple minutes, they talk about their experiences,
and if
whatever it is.
and if anybody got any like footage or anything, pictures that they think they got of paranormal activity, just send it through so we can.
See, somebody
I do.
say they think they got a picture of Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, send it through,
Hey,
man,
send it.
because that would be cool, Big Brother and stuff.
Yeah, man. See, now that stuff. Look, now that would be something everybody in the chat get the word out, and we can get on all types of cryptids, paranormal activity, all that stuff, man. Just have, a time where people can come in, share their stories, hop on for a couple minutes, hop off, and we can all just listen and enjoy. I mean, but like Cootie Mail said, it doesn't have to be ghosts. It can be cryptids, Bigfoot. It could be, if you talk about a unicorn, I don't know how I'm going to feel about you. But ultimately, if you have a picture to back it up, we're going after that pot of gold, real shit.
Well, I got my interpretation of unicorns.
Yeah, I do too. I still think they're dragons, but let's
Yeah.
not get into that. Yeah, we can talk about dragons. We can talk about the snake mounds. Let's have fun with
Somebody
it.
said free Phineas.
Free what?
Phineas. That's that's the thing right now. You got a free Phineas, man. Don't worry, man. We just talking about unicorn/dragons.
Oh, okay, cool. 'Cause my brain don't work, so I'm not hip anymore. Like, it's so depressing. It's so depressing. My kids tell me things and they use words, and I don't know them. Like my son was playing a video game. He's like, "That guy is such a bot," and I'm like, "Wait, a bot? So what? He's not a real person?" He's like, "No, that means he sucks at the game." I'm like, "What? I thought bots were good at games." They're like, "No." So now I'm trying to figure out. Now I'm trying to figure these things out and figure out what's going on.
The Dark brother.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said. That's why I'm like, wait, what? Hold on, dog. Like, hold on, wait. So,
I start watching those pornos, man.
yeah, so that's why I was just like, wait, what did he say? I tried to avoid the situation because I was just like, okay, I know I didn't hear that. So we're just gonna skip the subject. I was about to ask him,
Some people got excited. I don't get too excited now.
like, like Curimeo, could you use that in a sentence? Like I didn't know how to take that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make fun of my accent, man. Come on.
No, that's all good. Well, could you just for the people in the chat, so you can clear up what you said, could you spell it?
Shit. Like the cartoon Phineas and stuff from Nickelodeon, you know. Phineas and
Phineas.
Ferb.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell that, or else I'd try.
It's PHI son, man. E.
PHIE. Okay.
N-E-A-S, I think. Phineas.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
like,
Like Phineas and Ferb. Okay.
not like
Phineas.
Finan. Not like Finan, but like Finan.
Okay, we're just gonna leave that word alone. Just use another word because people are still thinking you're saying that. Because I was like, wait.
Vagina.
As soon as Dark
sorry.
Brother said that, I busted out laughing because that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, let me avoid this.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my God, legacy for real. Come on, there we go. Peculiar joy, Phineas, like Phineas and Ferb. We are in there. Okay,
Yeah.
not free penis.
Not in there literally, but in there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. See, there's like literally. Yeah.
Literally, like, oh shit.
I know. I really don't know what to say next because I'm watching the chat, and some of these people in the chat are actually really funny.
All right.
Well, we knew they were. We've had them on before, but that's what I'm saying. Get the laughter and the vibration up. Yeah, and Curimeo was banned from saying the word Phineas anymore. Just don't. I'm sorry. You're gonna get my live taken down because they're gonna think you're a bot.
I'll just say P.
No, don't say that either.
I won't say it twice, though. Repeat it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're gonna leave it at that. Nah, just say the word that shall not be mentioned.
You can't even see the back end of that word either. That's gonna sound like something different.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, Curimeo. We're gonna have to go back and we're gonna have to edit out just the word. Whenever you get ready to say it, I'm gonna even better. Hold on. Let me get some sound effects. So whenever you're about to say that word, I'm just gonna hit the beep button.
Yeah, it'll be funny.
Yeah, man. Like, as long as everybody's having fun, that's the biggest thing. I like starting off serious, but ultimately the inner child in all of us comes out and starts talking about random shit. So that's why I enjoy these builds and having people come on and just enjoying. I like seeing the laughter emojis in there. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. No, Mr. Dark Brother, you crazy, my brother.
My darling.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Hey,
and that's the thing about Mr. Dark Brother. I swear to goodness, that man can't. He has to text everybody he knows because if he calls a girl, it's on and cracking. He'd be like, "Hey, how's it going, baby?" Like she just melts. You just hear collapse on the phone and just hit the ground. Ta-dunk.
Yeah.
Like what happened? Oh, she got a call from Mr. Dark Fly Brother again. Just collapsing.
So Radamus Prince said he got a huge owl following his truck everywhere he goes.
Wait, did you say an owl?
Yeah, I know. What do you think about
Oh
that?
yeah, I'm going to lay that one alone because if I get to talking about like your owl following your truck, I'll probably freak you the hell out.
Too late, man. I think you gotta tell him, man.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. My bad. All right, Prince. Do you want the truth or do you want me to tell you a really convenient lie? Type in the chat and I'll follow up
How
with.
about tell him what a American Indian folklore behind it, maybe so he can get his understanding.
Okay, well, let's get into it. Here, let me go ahead.
Because we are talking about the unknown, right? The good and the bad.
Yeah.
And energies, right?
Oh, so what? Y'all just gonna use my title against me? Is that how we doing it? All right, well, let's get into it. All right, now check this out, dude. And there's no real way I can say this when it's not going to turn out good. If you would have said something different, like maybe I could have rocked and just lied, but no, you said an owl. An owl normally symbolizes a bad omen. The reason why they say that is the owl is a trickster in the way it uses its head, and it's said to spin its head around and be able to do a full 360. It's not able to. The owl is an animal that, and symbolizes in mythology, it's just a bad omen. So hope that a hawk snatches that owl out the air and uses it for dinner. No, no. No, you're not dinner. If you're seeing an owl that's that big, take a picture of it, report it to National Geographic, or shoot it out the air. Because if an owl is that big, it's bad news. But the owl is a creature of the night, and it's strongly associated with the supernatural. Normally, you'll find the owls are messengers. You find them in movies with witches, warlocks, stuff like that, because they're normally either bearers of bad news or they're carriers of messages from evil spirits.
I mean, I would confront it. I don't know.
Yeah, just pull up on the side of the road.
Not like physically, like, but just energy wise, like so stop staring at it too, like woo.
He said, "Woo." Like, okay, and the bad part is like we got people telling him different things. Like, you did not help. You called that man a snack. That's not good. Now, and legacy, how racially stereotypical. You cannot do that. That's some good eating. For real? Is that what we're doing today?
But he saw a huge hawk, so he's good. That hawk is gonna get him, man.
Oh no, yeah, no. The hawk is good. The hawk, you're good, man. Anytime you see a hawk,
of time.
Wait, are you sure it's a hawk and is not some weird like you sure it's a hawk and not a vulture, right? Like,
what does a vulture mean?
Reginald Greed, gangster. He said he gonna pull up on an owl and be like, "What up?" Okay, first off, what kind of car?
Gonna be like, who?
Dude, that's gonna be a very awkward conversation because he'd be like, "Man, like what you looking at? Who?"
Reginald Green's gonna be like, "Man, me."
Who? So what? You act like you don't see me no more? I'm right here. Who? That would be a very long, drawn out conversation. You'd probably be trying to smack that.
Yeah.
I'm not confrontational with animals, so I'm cool with animals, and just like Kiowa said last week, when Kiowa told people to tickle a random person and go hug a squirrel. Good luck. Good luck to all those who are bold enough to do as such. And if you do, take a picture. I would like to see before and after you try to hug a squirrel.
You might have some tree bark stuck in your cheek.
Yeah, man, I don't know about that. I mean, they might come up to your hand, feed, eat off you. I don't know. I mean, I guess there's some if they're used to it. I mean, in Boston, the parks, they do that. They climb on your shoulder and stuff sometimes, but I don't know if they'll let you just like hug up on them and stuff.
Yeah, you seen that squirrel in Half Baked? He was all up with his homie.
Yeah, like I don't know what's up, man. And right now, trying to tickle someone might get you shot. Like, realistically, people are doing air fives from across the mall. You
trying to tickle me? Achoo!
Yeah. Wow. Lay it down. Don't sneeze. I'm telling you, if somebody walks up with bad sinuses, that is a worse weapon than a pistol right now. If you walk up like I will sneeze on you, they'll drop their wallet, their phone, and everything and haul butt. I'm telling you. If Epic Souls say hug a raccoon, okay, hugging a squirrel is bold. You are daredevilish. Like, yeah, you gangster.
Yeah, it's like trying to hug a raccoon and stuff.
I'm not doing that. The Prince said, "Oh yeah, I tickled some people." In this. Dude, the bad part is, I actually believe you because in this day and age, people need laughter, light, and blessings right now. So I'm happy you did. I really am. I really am. Just please don't catch a charge. And if they ask for your name, give them the wrong one and run. Okay. Yeah, don't.
Just say name Leroy Brown.
Oh man, I was in a store once. This is way off topic. I was in a store once and I was walking through and I was the only person in the store and I was in aisle 6. And I don't know what they thought I was doing, if they thought I was stealing by the way I looked. They said we have a James Brown in aisle 6, a James Brown in aisle 6. I saw the security guard walk around. I'm like, dude, you couldn't have made that any more like embarrassing than what you've done. That's horrible. A James Brown in aisle 6.
When he showed up, you should have been like, "I'm black and I'm proud."
Oh man, dude.
Just to see what his
It's been
reaction
trippy
would be.
times. But we are hitting that 2-hour mark. So tomorrow, he said a drive-by sneezing, break yourself, fool. People gonna blow their nose and throw it out the window at people. Be like,
Damn.
yeah, take that. Take that.
Damn.
Snot bombs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people score a touchdown and do a shimmy. They gonna think somebody having like a sneeze attack and
Man,
run.
I'm picturing the English and the Spaniards when they came doing that shit up on the horses, like throwing snot and stuff.
They got arrows, we got snot. Rocket,
Yeah.
get up here.
Oh man.
I want to shoot them snot rockets out his nostril.
Wait, did Mr. Dark Fly Brother ask me if I got a perm? For real? Is that what we playing, Doug?
Yeah, you put
No. I'm actually bald. That's why I said we gotta get together, link up, and do our collabo. The Barry White twins. We gonna get it done. We gonna get it done. I'm telling you.
So are you bold by choice or nature?
Oh, I'm bald by choice.
Okay.
Mr. Dark Brother, waiting on your answer. Oh, my bad. I can't get my video struck for the Jeopardy theme.
He said his hair retired.
Yes, I will actually Tiano, I will make a Al video tomorrow. I will actually have it posted up tomorrow. So I'll get that done just for GP. And G West, please do not clown me about my baldness. My baldness is by choice. I still have a hairline. I can still get an edge up.
Legacy said you still comb it though.
No. That's the thing. Like, I can't do long hair, man. Like, people with long hair, I give y'all props. Y'all can deal with that stuff. Like, literally, people wake up and they brush and got the 360-degree waves and they got long hair and get it braided and all that stuff. I like to wake up, splash water on my face, splash water on my head, and walk out the door. No fuss, no muss. I'm good. Being bald is way easier than having hair for me. A high top bald fade. Oh, okay. Oh, so you got hair. My bad. I apologize. No, back in the day. Back in the day, I had waves, but then for some reason, everybody I hung out with, Dickies, Cortezes, and jerseys. You know, the old school jerseys and stuff. Like, you know, I couldn't have the waves. I had to like shave all my hair off. So everybody said I looked like a cholo. I just went with it.
Hey, Simone.
Yeah, I used to get it in. Hey, G West, good. I'm telling you, good that you believe that. I cannot do hair. Like something with my head. After my hair grows out so long, it hurts, and I have a belief that hair harbors a lot of energy. And since I'm like, I get angry really easy, I don't like to keep that with me. So I kind of cut it off every now and then. Or I like to stay bald. Oh, okay. Mr. Dark Fly Brother had 360s, i.e. his name.
Stay fly.
He said, "My darling."
Patrick Henson said a straw with spitballs are deadly right now. When you hit somebody with a spitball, you are likely to get beat to death.
Catch them while they're yawning, spit it right in their mouth.
Oh, come on,
Oh
dog. Could have left
man,
that one out.
he used to. He used to. He was an expert in that.
He said-
All his classmates are hearing like that was him.
Hey, look, okay. Love Legacy knows me personally as far as he came up here for the Green Corn Festival. He already know I don't grow no hair, man. If I grew hair, no. I can't tell if I'd look. Dude,
You probably
I
trying
let
to
Legacy
moment
explain
grow your hair out. You go from Mexican, from Cholo to a Samoan.
So
it. Dog, I'm
so so
telling
think so think about that statement. So can you grow hair or does it grow naturally? Can you grow hair? Like make it grow? Like what do you say? Like in an Indian's perspective and the type of food and natural care, like what do you think?
you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can make hair grow. It's not that hard to do so. It's the grade, the chemicals we use, the fluoride in the water, all that other good stuff changes hair texture.
Hmm.
Because if you look at the way, if you look at a baby's hair when they're first born versus what happens after you first cut it or what you do with the hair, you can change the hair grade. I mean, the chemicals strip out, it destroys the hair, and the hair does what it wants to do. But ultimately, if people keep their hair natural, man, it grows quicker, it straightens out. I've seen people who got like perfectly straight hair who you would have never assumed.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I mean, a good diet affects it as well, and the air quality, dryness, moisture, it's a lot of things that it's not that hard, but yeah, I agree. I think you can help it a little bit, one of the things I do is rosemary, and that's one of the best things. So,
Yeah, see, I definitely respect a lot of people for being able to grow hair, do all that good stuff, the environmental changes. See, Opie. Oh, Opie said I'm bald, but not my choice. Oh, sorry, Doug. I thought you said it was. Yeah, yeah. Didn't mean to put that one on blast, but look, hey, it's all good. It's all good, my brother. There's nothing wrong with being bald. You know, it's all good. Whether you got hair, you don't got hair. See, that's the thing I want people to realize. Did you say Sonic the Hedgepath? If I had long hair, Doug, is that like a hedgehog and a psychopath mixed together? I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, Epic Souls, if you want to grow your hair and you want to be able to you can use different things. My grandma always used honey, egg yolks, depending on what was up with your hair.
Yeah.
Um, okay, the whole hedge path thing is killing me. What the hell's a hedge path? But yeah, like when my grandma and different ones back in the day, they would use olive oil in their hair, all
Yep.
natural olive oil,
Yep.
and that would help keep their hair shiny and healthy.
Yep.
And when they washed their hair, they would either use, depending on what you needed it for, they would use a whole egg, 2 tablespoons of honey, and they would mix it with water. They'd mix it up real good, and they'd shampoo their hair, leave it in for 30 minutes, and then wash it out. So that's what they normally use for a shampoo.
Yeah. Olive oil is good.
Yeah, olive oil works wonders, man. I've seen, yeah. My grandmother was a big fan of olive oil.
Yeah. Tea tree oil, all that stuff.
Legacy used to have to rock that rat tail.
Oh, trust me. Tomorrow we getting on the ghost stories and we gonna clown. We gonna have random people just come on, get some time to clown and enjoy. Just we gonna keep it fun, a lot of laughter, high vibes, and keep it going. This has been going for 2 hours and it don't seem like it. So I sincerely apologize for holding so many of y'all here long.
We now return you to your regularly broadcast.
Yeah, we now return you to your regularly broadcasted show. Thank you for enjoying. This is A New Breed Kudimeo, and Kiowa, and we will all be soon signing off. Kiowa, any words?
I don't know. You just messed me up with all.
Oh no, don't get it twisted, homie. Like literally,
No.
I could.
Remember, free Phineas.
Dear Kudimeo, you are no longer allowed to say that word anymore. You are a good friend of mine, and I'm using my broadcaster voice. So for everyone in the chat, please do not say the word Phineas. They keep thinking you're saying free penis.
This was not a test.
Yeah, I'm literally going to get on here one day and do a whole episode in a broadcaster voice. Just get on here and just sound unusually cheerful for no reason. Like I just downed a gallon of Sprite.
Yeah, you got to read like 1920s newspapers while you do it.
Oh yeah, I could do that, Doug. I'm telling you. I was thinking about doing self-help, but when I realized I can't help myself, it didn't do very much. Oh, Mr. Dark Fly Brother, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's what time I'm gonna jump in. I'm telling you. Hold on, wait. Here, hold on, let me see this. Wait. Here, y'all talk about it. Y'all talk about some random topic real quick. I gotta look something up to be funny.
It sounds like the hedge pest with a rat tail.
Yeah. Random topic. All right. No, man, just like I was for real. I said, we're not returning it, but no, we were gonna go right back, and first thing we're gonna do is gonna see the updates. We're gonna see all this stuff, the news again, and
Yeah.
people panicking and all this stuff. So just try to this. Hopefully, you can spread this laughter and this energy to your other family members, your kids, and everything. And just be hopeful, be prepared, but positive at the same time.
Start a hashtag free Phineas.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Cootie
it's
Mail's not
already
allowed to say it though.
it's already that's Drop Nation. That's the Drop Con, man. You gotta I'm kind of not representing it right now, but
He's just not saying it right. That's all good.
yeah, man.
Oh, okay. Here we go. For
So what is
today's weather, we will have a high of 51 and a low of 47, with wind at 6 miles an hour blowing from the east. High humidity. The dew point, 52%, and the pressure, 30.3. Today, we're going to be affected by seasonal allergies and pollen, so count on that during the forecast. Cold and flu, very low, so be careful with the sick score today. I want to thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day. How'd I do?
US?
How'd I do? Did I do good?
Yes, sir. Sound like a perfect radio man.
Oh, Reginald Green. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, boy. Hey, and I'm light skinned, so when I walk out, I blind everybody on the block when I grease my head. Yeah, so hey, look, that was my big moment. Hopefully somebody actually heard that and I might be able to make it big as like a teleprompter or not a teleprompter. That's the damn thing people read off of. But, might get on there. And here goes Mr. Dark Brother using a bunch of big words that I don't understand.
Is
But
that
nah, man.
indigo cumulus?
Yeah, he got the nimbostratus, the curus, the cumulus, or whatever the hell that word is. Oh, the cumina nimbos. Why does that sound like a Spanish dish? Yeah, I'm telling you, hey, if y'all see me on the news, I'm definitely going to give a shout out. They're going to be like, yeah, we actually got this new guy on the news. We can't show his face because of all his tattoos, but ultimately, I think he'll do good.
Don't let me read that with my accent. I'm going to fuck it up.
Oh, you'll butcher it, dog. They're going to be like, what? The weather forecast
I'll be like, come in Columbus on Columbus. What?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be like, wait, what does he mean the weather forecast going to be 52? But yeah, y'all. Hey, I definitely want to thank everybody for coming out, man. I had a good time. Tomorrow, tomorrow either look for my update or Cody Mayo. Hopefully he'll throw it up on his board, but we'll go ahead and we'll hop on. If I can get on around 8-ish, maybe even earlier, I would like to do a build. Well, actually, depending on who's still working. But yeah, I would like to enjoy a build, get out there, have some fun, get some good laughs, and do the build on the ghost stories or whatever you choose. And then we'll just take it from there. We'll put the link out there, have people hop in and out, and I think it'll be a good time. So if that's something y'all want to do, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat so I know. And everybody can definitely participate.
And Legacy, bring your hot comb.
He said, did he say bring your Chex Mix and your burnt hot dog sandwich? Okay. No, Mr. Dark Brother, you know you off the chain with that one. Oh no.
What's the ones for? I missed the question.
No, he said bring your Chex Mix and your burnt hot dog sandwich. Word for word. That's my man right there. So yeah. It was only you don't have no legs.
Yeah, I lost them back in Nam.
It's all to the good, homie. It's all to the good. Hey, we're gonna keep it rocking out tomorrow, man. I do want to thank everybody for coming out. And Kyle, you want to go ahead and throw out the parting words? There is no option to Opie. We're telling the damn stories. It's that simple. So go ahead, Kyle. My bad.
Everybody just keep yourself smiling, laughing. Keep happy, keep the vibes high. Until we see y'all again tomorrow. Peace and bliss.
Yeah, much love and respect, everybody. Peace.
Well, everybody go ahead and get your ghost stories and your other stories together. I'll drop some videos in the daytime, hopefully to set the mood. And we'll get it going, man. So y'all stay blessed. Y'all enjoy. Remember to smile and laugh. And we will catch y'all tomorrow.